Hello everyone. Today's our topic is Transforming Global Health India Pharmacy of the World during the COVID-19 pandemic, and as today is 25th September, Happy World Pharmacist Day to all pharmacists. Starting with the today's discussion, the theme is Transforming Global Health. Today's on 25th September 2020, we are celebrating World Pharmacist Day. This is our 10th World Pharmacist Day. The aim to show how pharmacists contribute to a world where everyone benefits from access to safe, effective, quality and affordable medicine and health technologies, as well as from pharmaceutical care services. Right now, for example, pharmacists all over the world are working tirelessly to stop the spread of coronavirus COVID-19 and to ensure people continue to have access to medicines they need. Personally, I want to thank pharmacists for their efforts during this difficult time. On the education front, pharmacy educators, professors are transforming outcome by ensuring that there are enough qualified and competent pharmacists and scientists to meet the growing needs of the societies. Now, this is Naveen Shantilal Talati, who was the first pharmacist who expired, or he's not more with us. He's from Goodman's London chemist who died on his 80th age. He was a member of Royal Society RPS for 46 years, and 18th April he died. So, according to his son, he redesigned blister packaging used in nursing homes, which reduced error in drug administration. So this was the death at world level. So obituary to them. K. Sivanation, who is the 47 age. He died on 19th May 2020. He is the Chennai pharmacist, died after drinking chemical which he made to treat COVID-19. So he made some herbal medicine and he was the manager. He tested things on first of all him himself, which is composed of nitric oxide and sodium nitrate at a Chennai based home. Not only pharmacists, we are sorry for the 9,72,221 deaths worldwide and 91,149 deaths in India due to COVID-19 pandemic till 24th September 2020, as we are not having medicine for it right now also. Now, coming to the India, why it is said as a pharmacy of the world. So, in this pandemic situation, India supplied medicines to 133 countries in the fight against COVID-19, which shows India's generosity despite the fact that country's government has taken urgent measures to prevent and treat the disease on a national scale. India has become the world's largest producer of generic medicines, accounting for 20% of the total global production and meeting 62% of the global demand of vaccines. Now, as a role, pharmacists are a part of healthcare system and their role is critical in completing the management cycle of coronavirus outbreak also. On the 19th March 2020, the International Pharmaceutical Federation released guidelines to clarify the required coronavirus information for pharmacists and the pharmacy workforce. In addition, these guidelines stipulated the responsibility role of both community and hospital pharmacists in the control of this outbreak. He plays also a very great role as active members of the healthcare team. Internationally, pharmacists are integrated into pandemic planning and responses also. Not only do they have an effective role in clinical setting, but in community setting, they can play an important role in the community by making pharmaceutical products available and by enhancing health awareness among the people. Now, present role of pharmacists. Pharmacists playing an effective role in COVID-19 pandemic, important role in infection control and public safety and assuring public health care and well-being, is also helping in suspected that a patient has a COVID-19. One of the important aspects of pharmacy practice in the context of pharmaceutical care is being able to triage patients to appropriate health care. Furthermore, many pharmacists were willing to deliver medicines to patients' home also. Now there is a great shifting towards e-pharmacy and e-consultation during this last year complete pandemic situation. So COVID-19 lockdown also led to significant change in consumer behavior towards consulting doctor as a hospital OPDs and clinics become unsafe and risky due to chances of contacting the disease. E-pharmacy orders and many consumers organically resorted to the purchasing medicines online, and as it was now considered not just the more convenient option but the safe option as well. Positive policy impetus by central and 19 state government from India, that is delivery of medicine through e-commerce as an essential service. Now in today's era, that is e-pharmacy in India will be able to tap $70 million households by financial year 2025, that is 1.4x the pre-COVID-19 estimates of reaching 50 million households. E-pharmacy technology to act as a government enabling social initiatives. Now in India also Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana has been launched, Ayushman Bharat, to make healthcare accessible and affordable to all citizens. As a result, government launched Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. As an outcome of it, 6,300 Jan Aushadhi centers are functioning across 726 districts in the country, which provide 900 quality generic medicines and 154 surgical equipment and consumable at affordable prices. In this pandemic situation, Jan Aushadhi Sugam mobile app is also developed and many people taking benefits of it. The app is currently focused on driving awareness about nearly Jan Aushadhi centers and the required medicine and has already been used by 3 lakh consumers. Here, it will help in locate nearby Jan Aushadhi Kendra. Persons can order by saying the map and Jan Aushadhi medicines, analyze product comparison of generic branded medicines of the MRP and overall saving. The consumers have to physically visit the Jan Aushadhi centers and purchase the medicines. Now, community pharmacists also have challenged community pharmacists to perform under difficult circumstances. The pandemic has also highlighted the key public health functions community pharmacists play in medication therapy, chronic disease management, self-care recommendations, vaccinations, point-of-care screening, and testing services, and adhere support. Although the role of pharmacist in chronic disease prevention and management is well established, the COVID-19 pandemic has given the critical contribution community pharmacists making during this infectious disease outbreak. What are the global transforming health opportunities for India? India has a good chance to come out of the better side of this crisis. So how can India utilize this crisis as an opportunity to reorder its own global commitments and emerge as a significant actor? Post-coronavirus global order, India competitive advantage and care having on becoming major provider of global public goods and services, especially healthcare, education and tech support capacity and innovation. So demand is increasing day by day in coming years also. India existing advantage of large scale pharmaceutical production allows it to significantly leverage its soft power by investing in the outgrowth of healthcare sectors. By these 3 ways, that is ramping up exports in pharmaceuticals, becoming preferred medical tourism destination, and pursue medical diplomacy by providing medical training and technical expertise to other developed and undeveloped countries also. Now, first, that is boosting pharma exports. According to the Indian Brand Equity Foundation, pharmaceutical exports to India from the financial year 2012 to 2019 has steadily grown from $10 billion to $19 billion. As per recent estimates, India accounts for about 10% of the world's pharmaceutical production by volume and 1.5% by value. World's largest supplier of generic and control around 80% of the global market. It is also a leading producer of vaccines in the world and caters about 50% of the global vaccines demand. high demands for India drug substance because of cheaper pricing, making them more affordable to both developing and developed nations. Now, many NGOs, public health, non-state actors have been using generic medicines at affordable treatments in countries within Africa, parts of Latin America over the last decade. Many government organizations, humanitarian organizations, treats of AIDS using generic medicines of Indian drug is 2 to 3 times cheaper as compared to the treatment using by branded drug. Even UNICEF and United to rely heavily on generic drugs manufactured in India for the aid program. Much more greater potential of India pharmaceutical sector to increase trade partners both regionally and in other parts of the world. So government can encourage this by investing in more in R&D of drug and pharma research within India, which provides for more incentives to the private sector to enhance production for export channels also. Now, what are the challenges in a post-coronavirus world? Healthcare would emerge as a major focal point of attention for many nations across the world. Recorded version of globalization, global public goods like healthcare security will attract nations to seek partners with more comparative advantage in providing essential drugs, medical expertise for the treatment, in spite of capacity building for medical and serve to the nations. Now, India has one of the lowest doctor to production ratio in the world, that is 1:1000. Challenges to pharma companies, that manufacturing unit warehousing not working at full utilization due to unavailability of staff, non-availability of disrupted supply of raw materials and packaging materials, absence of seamless internet data connectivity which staff is creating issues day by day in pandemic situation, marketing staff facing issues in generating sales as they are unable to contact persons, sales calls as they used pre-COVID scenario, their operations and staff in relocating the locations. Every country has different policies and rules. Even industries implementing effective and robust cybersecurity measures as a challenge, the work from home scenario, and India imported 70% of API from China and felt the disruptions when China was under lockdown. The government of India has already announced in April 20, that is INR 1000 crore, 10,000 crore of investment to incentive production of APIs in India. Now, when we see the future of pharmacist here in India, it is bright. Even the pharmacists who have taken many efforts till date. So I want to personally thanks to all. Once again, happy World's Pharmacist Day to all students, professors, principals, pharma professional, hospital pharmacists, retail pharmacists, pharma entrepreneurs, pharma company professionals, and all other allied health professionals who work for the betterment of patients. Now, here in pandemic situation, a year ahead, we have a lot of challenges again. Let's unite and do something for the patient's betterment. So if you like this video, please share, comment and subscribe, and thank you.